way. So we went straight to YouTube Live this way. So, all right, you are good to go, sir. No, so I have to pull. I'll pull it up from me if I can get in.
Amended. Board of Alderman New Haven notice. The Public Safety Committee will meet in person on Tuesday, May 19, 2026 at 6 p.m. located at 165 Church Street, second floor, Board of Alder's chambers, New Haven, Connecticut, to hear the following items. LM 2026-0155. Order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the mayor of the City of New Haven to enter into a 5-year agreement with Sound Thinking, Inc. for annual Shot Spotter subscription in the amount of $2,084,431 to provide gunfire detection system software. LM 2026-0192. Order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the mayor of the City of New Haven to enter into a 5-year lease agreement with the FNK LLC, owner of the property at 332 Whaley Avenue, New Haven, to continue to be used as District 10 Police Substation in the amount not exceeding $135,000 payable in monthly installments of $2,250, and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary. LM 2026-0218. Order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven to accept 30 cameras from Yale Public Safety from the expansion of the city cameras network adjacent to Yale campus. These items are on file and available for public inspection in the Office of Legislative Services, 165 Church. The Honorable Brian Wingate, Chair, Honorable Michael Smart, City Clerk. If you need any accessible, I tell this word up every time. Accessible related accommodations, please contact 203-946-7651 or 203-946-8582. In accordance with the City of New Haven, COVID-19 masks are now optional. Public may send comments to publictestimony.newhavenct.gov. I will ask the committee, please, for my right, introduce themselves.
Alder Brittany Mabry, Black, Ward 20.
Alder Melendez, Ward 13.
Alder Gary Roman, Ward 28.
Alder Frank Douglas, Ward 2.
Alderman Brian Wingate, Beaver Hills, Ward 29. And before we bring items up, I'm gonna do the amendment. Thank you, committee members. We now need to formally substitute the agenda in front of you for one previously posted in order to add the Yale cameras item. Alderman Melendez, would you make the motion to substitute?
Motion to substitute.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all's in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item is amended. Thank you for coming out, everyone. At this present time, we will hear item number 1, which is the shot spot. As you come up, please state your name, address for the record.
Good evening, Chair Wingate, all the alders. David Zanelli, D-A-V-I-D. Last name is Zanelli, Z-A-N-N-E-L-L-I, 1 Union Avenue.
Thank you, Chief.
Good evening, Sergeant Jared Boyce, Jarrod BOYCE, the supervisor of the crime scene unit and administrator, shot spotter for the police department.
Thank you. I see Assistant Chief. She's coming up. Please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Monique Bactana, 22 Gold Street.
Thank you. Welcome. The floor is yours.
I have a PowerPoint. I know you have one up. I have a different one, a little bit different information. Is it possible to put that one up?
Please do. Give it to Mr. Alukas.
Which one? Where we going? Which
You can use
one?
the one if you want. It's not too different. On that drive, there should be only 2 files, and one of them shows PowerPoint.
Okay. So let's see if it's in this one. This folder's empty.
Yeah, revise.
Looks like this one. It's not here. Let's go back. Let's see. Here we go.
Downloads had today's date on it.
Yeah, but there's nothing there when you click on it. Folder's empty. Video. Folder's empty. The Iranian statue. Let me see. Pictures. Okay. Good try. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's Iranian, though.
So just, this is a brief overview of ShotSpotter, how long we've had it, what it does, what its purpose is. Some of you might know already. I know I've worked with Mr. Hogan before, who was a big help putting sensors up before. We've had it since 2009. Since then, we've had multiple expansions to it. Last one was in 2022. Just very briefly, what it does is it uses a series of acoustic sensors that pick up on gunfire or like-sounding acoustics. There's an algorithm that will identify whether it's gunfire or whether it's something different. And then it uses a human reviewer to then go over those acoustics to determine if it's gunfire. Then we get it as a notification through software that is provided to officers, an app, and then the officers are dispatched to those verified gunfire incidents. Just briefly, the initial coverage area was 1.5 miles. We had a 4-mile expansion. This kind of breaks it down there. And then there was a third expansion in 2020, which expanded into Fairhaven. And then the final expansion we did was in 2022, which added parts of Westville and Quinnipiac. These expansion areas were chosen based on statistics of violent crime in those areas and reported incidents of gunfire that we had gotten. This is just a demonstration of 2025. The program that this was pulled off of is called Insight. It's a program I use as an administrator, but it's also provided to the officers. It's web-based, and we can kind of dig into what incidents occur, so you can get more information from that. So this is just a snapshot of that. It shows the number of incidents in 2025. As you can see, there was 457 incidents for a total of 1,628 rounds of gunfire picked up. And these were incidents that, for the most part, were verified by officers. For each of these instances, it's viewed as a priority 1 call. And then officers are going to look for victims, look for ballistic evidence, and then reporting back, which is how a lot of these get verified as an actual gunfire incident. So that's sort of how that progresses. If you could go to the fourth slide. Thank you. So this shows the suppressed gunfire. I'll just kind of provide an explanation on this. So these are the areas that the sensors pick up that are outside of our coverage area. It's an investigative tool, and ShotSpotter doesn't guarantee these hits, but it's something that we can see, we can use. These aren't verified. So you can see it includes parts of West Haven and Woodbridge and East Haven and Hamden. But it's all information the sensors get that we can then use, particularly in investigative services to look at gunfire incidents. It includes probable gunfire. See, a lot of those kind of follow the highway, or I-95 and I-91, so a lot are backfires, which kind of accounts for some of the larger numbers. It includes firing ranges, West Havens in particular. But we use that information not only investigatively, but also for any expansion decisions going forward or any adjustments that need to be made to our coverage area. And this is a breakdown of gunfire incidents year to date this year. We're in very good numbers this year. You can see we're down almost 30%. So I get these overviews on a pretty regular basis from ShotSpotter. They provide a lot of information to make decisions based on. So yes, knock on wood, we're in pretty good shape and we're down quite a bit. A culmination of how ShotSpotter is used, plus patrol and investigative services and plainclothes working collectively, really result in these numbers. You can just take a look at this. This is the contract amount. I don't know if you want to explain more about it. But.
Good evening, Alders. Thanks, Sergeant Boyce. So as you all can see here, there's an increase, but my finance manager was able to negotiate with ShotSpotter market price. We were able to bring that down. So over the next 5 years, we'll be saving $257,000 due to negotiations that we had. And they also agreed to not increase or add the 5% increase that they would have. So we did do some due diligence and some homework to try to negotiate this. I find this tool to be very valuable, as the Sergeant mentioned. And that's what we have as far as goes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. If I may, Alders, thank you, Assistant Chief Bagtana, for keeping the cost as low as possible. And we talked about this last meeting, but one of the biggest values when it comes to ShotSpotter is that officers know exactly where to go immediately, right? So when we talk about our solvability rates and our deterrence when it comes to these kinds of gun offenses, officers are going directly to the scene, either confirming that it's gunfire or not rather quickly. So in times past, we wouldn't really know where to go. We have a vicinity. We can triangulate at a very, very detailed rate where to be exactly. And that leads to the quick recovery of this evidence. And then we can enter into things like NIBIN, which is the interballistic network where we can track gunfire incidents. So it's very helpful when it comes to evidence recovery. We get to the scene immediately. And like the sergeant said and the chief said, it's on their phones, so they can see and they can hear it, and we can get there immediately. So it's very quick and very helpful in our solvability rates as well.
Thank you.
Well, that's it.
Good. Okay. Question? Yes.
Thank
All
you,
done.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you all. Excellent police work in Haven student. I'm really impressed. I've noticed myself, just in my neighborhood, the shots have diminished. You know, really going down low. So one thanks to what's implementing the system. I'm just curious. So ShotSpotter, the main monitoring system goes directly to the police department and then to the cars, or what? How does that work?
So the notifications, they go to a processing center. It's over, when the sensor picks it up, it sends that information actually over in California.
Where is it located?
That's in California. It does, but it's going very fast there. So it's generally around a minute, we start to get results back. That's how long it takes for them to use their algorithms and AI technology to determine that it's gunfire, and then a human reviewer to review it and then send it back to us. So we're getting that information pretty quick. From there, it's sent to the MDTs, the computers in the patrol vehicles, and it's dispatched out. And we get a lot of information just immediately from ShotSpotter. So the officers have apps as well on their phone, which show them exactly how many rounds it is, where the rounds are located, so they can go directly to that spot. From my perspective in the crime scene unit, as the ones who are entering it into NIBIN, being able to precisely identify with GPS coordinates and marks on a map is huge to be able to find evidence. It directly translates into arrests. That information goes to our plainclothes units, our intel unit, and they have big maps that then end up getting linked to guns later on that they generate arrest warrants from and get some of our worst offenders arrested based on that. So
That's impressive.
the evidence collection.
So this system can define whether it's a actual gunshot or M80?
It can.
Just close, is that close? That's cool.
Yeah. But it picks up a lot, anything close. So backfires,
Yeah.
fireworks,
Right.
helicopter noise, it'll pick up, but it differentiates that.
Thank you. That's all I have. That's all I have for questions.
Thank you, Alder Douglas. Alder Holden.
Good evening. I have 2 technical questions. One, this is a sole source contract, or did you actually do an RFP, or are they the only ones that can provide this service?
So we did not do RFP, we did a renewal contract 5 years as we had them. I can't answer if they're sole source. I know there are other companies that do something similar, but not all of the services that ShotSpotter provides to us.
Did you receive a quote or anything, or from anybody else, or just ShotSpotter?
Just ShotSpotter,
Okay.
yes.
Per their agreement, it says that they enter into agreement with the owners of properties because you do put ShotSpotter on private property. Roughly how many partnerships do you have like that? And with your expansion, how many new contracts will that be that will put ShotSpotter in other places?
So I know that there's about 150, give or take, sensors out there. I don't have a list of it. They keep that proprietary. So even I don't have that list. I assisted them with finding locations and then getting permissions from ideally city properties, but also residences, a lot of which were happy to accept the service. But it's about 150 sensors that are up.
So where are your dead spots now that you're really pushing for?
I mean, based on the map, we have pretty good coverage. Any expansions, we'd have to kind of look based on the suppressed map. Number 4, if you want to pull that up, sir. We'd be looking at where there's density of gunfire on that map, okay, compared to
What do those
shooting
numbers mean
incidents.
on the map? Because you got 1s, 2s, 12s, 5s. What are all the different numbers?
Each of those are going to be the amount of gunshots that it picked up.
The
Yes,
volume on one incident, or?
on each incident. Yep, it'll have a number, and then
So on the bottom, the very bottom, there's a 2, and right next to it's a 12. That means there were 12 gunshots fired at that location.
correct, sir.
I would assume that they put this data together because part of their contract calls for them to do analysis and data review. So are they the ones that give you this data, or does the police department in itself have someone, the data analyst, that puts this together?
So this information is readily available on this web-based program, Insight. So I pulled this up. The system they use it's like this. It's a little bit more in depth, of course, because they are analysts. But we can get all the information that we need to generate maps like this, including heat maps, and they regularly report to us as well.
And how often do you meet with them to talk about their data?
They'll typically come, we have a representative that comes to visit, and it's about 3 times a year or so that he comes. Obviously, whenever we have an issue, we can contact them as well, and they work to resolve it.
I just have 2 more questions. Are any of these instances where officers discharge weapons?
Not those ones, I believe. No, but the unsuppressed incidents where officers discharge weapons, yes, within our coverage area. So it would be the previous map to this one.
And how often does that happen?
The officers discharge weapons?
Yeah.
Very seldom, very seldom.
Just asking.
Yeah, it's a good question.
That's what you get.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, one last thing. From personal experience, shot spotter went off somewhere near my home. 5 officers descended upon my home. I now have on my home records to show that FBI report showing that there were shots fired at my home. So if I try to sell my house, that I have this incident. This goes back 5 years. Have you improved on your shot spotter analysis and location and detail?
Yeah, so we rely on the ShotSpotter's analytics and their analyst that determines whether it's gunfire or not. Dispatch is also listening to it, and then the officers make a determination. So they assure about a 97% accuracy rate with it. There's times where it's not 100%, of course, but the officers try to make that determination, and the extent of the reporting on unverified gunfire is simply we received a ShotSpotter notification and nothing was located.
If I just may add, the Sarge covers it, but we now categorize it as confirmed shots fired versus unfounded.
Okay.
So that way, incidents like that do not occur in the future.
Yeah, I would just hate to think that officer pulled up on me and the alders barbecuing in the backyard and think that we had weapons back there. There was a noise complaint because all the wing was loud. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and it was a pleasure working with you when I was at the agency.
You as well, sir.
Thank you. Any more questions from the committee? Any more questions?
I just have a comment. I really want to commend you on going out and renegotiating prices and being really frugal with the city and taxpayers' monies. That shows dedication on your behalf and the department as a whole. So I didn't want me to go by without commending you on that effort. You know, and they are a hard time, so every penny counts. So seeing that extra step, you know, it really does mean a lot, and I really want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna hold mine for discussion and deliberation around this shot spotter. I do have one question. How long have this been around?
Since 2009.
2009. It's been around since 2009. If you can't do it right now, but if you did analysis on actual, you think lives that this have saved, what would that look like?
I would say that's very speculative because it saves lives in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So we have had incidents before where we show up and we find a victim who is otherwise incapacitated. We might not have found a caller for it, which translates directly into a life saved. I think otherwise the intelligence gathered from finding evidence that we wouldn't otherwise have found is exponentially greater than the direct life-saving effect, the getting people who are doing the shooting off of the street and thus saving lives as a result. It's tough for me to put a number on that, but it's a large number.
Yeah, but I think it's something to think about, right? To try to formulate and look at, because you know, Beaver Hills, sometimes the shot spotter go off and they respond very quickly. And I think that it's been a really, really great tool for us to save lives in the city of New Haven.
Just to add one thing, Jim, one of the things that we use too when ShotSpotter goes off is the sequence of our technology. So we know what cameras to look at and what license plate readers to activate at that time and what car to go after or what persons. It's great to get somebody. We want to make sure we get the right car or the right person, right? So it helps us sequence our technology as well.
Thank you. I've always been in good hands with Beaver Hills, as you know. Thank you all.
Chair, one more question. Oh, I'm sorry. I have one more question. You brought up technology. So all the technology links, the ShotSpotter, LPRs, all this links into one database at NHPD, and someone kind of places it quickly and makes a decision on how to deploy officers.
Yes, sir. So we have the real-time crime center, and we have an analyst, and we have officers that staff the center.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. All the others.
No, it was a comment. Just thinking about the 4th of July for the past 50 some odd years, ShotSpotter really comes in good play right now because a lot of people take a second thought about firing off on the 4th of July. So it's working.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
On ShopSpotter. Are you speaking to Whaley as well?
Yes.
Okay,
All
the
right.
floor is yours.
So the Willie Avenue substation is one of our 10 district substations, our community substations. And currently, we are running out on the lease. The last lease renewal was over 5 years ago. And due to inflation costs, the price has gone up from $1,800 to about $2,200 per month. And we're looking to renew that. We find value in renewing this. Alder Hogan can tell you that there are a lot of events, community events that take place in these substations, from CMTs to food drives, food pantries, and other events. And we find it a valuable tool to have this as a community substation and for allowing for people to use that substation as their space for a number of reasons.
I do have one question. Is these the same owners from?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I'll answer my question. And any questions from the committee? Any questions from the committee? Alder Hogan, Mr. Webb? Mr. Webb, no questions?
No,
You gonna hold for the,
Mr. Chair, I'll say with deliberations. I mean, obviously, I'm in favor of this. I use it regularly to meet with the district manager, hold meetings there, community meetings. There's a web meeting there tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
That you may not make because you gotta go to a fundraiser.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm following your lead, sir.
Okay. Thank you. There's no questions from committee around this. We all believe it's the right thing to do to have substations in the district. So very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alders.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Chief. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So the minute item, Yale cameras, for those who want to speak to this item, please come up. State your name and address for the record. I like it. I got two chiefs at the table. And
Three chiefs.
three chiefs at the table.
The administrative one. Rebecca Bombero, 122 West Rock Ave, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer, City of New Haven.
John Healy, 101 Ashman Street, Acting Chief at Yale University.
David Zanelli, Chief of Police, New Haven, 1 Union Avenue.
You can say it now.
First, thank you all for hearing this today. It was communicated to the board yesterday. Earlier this month, we were approached by Yale University through its police department, hoping to help leverage additional cameras in the city. As you guys know, we have been working, thanks to you all and the ARPA designation, to add a significant number of cameras in the city. We are closing in on that goal of 500 new through the ARPA grant. And what this gift does is it's an in-kind donation of additional cameras adjacent to the Yale University campus. It would be 30 cameras over the next 3 years. The first set of cameras, since they have funds left in this fiscal year, would be deployed before July 1. And what it does is it allows us to go deeper in some of the other areas of the city with those funds that you've already earmarked for this project. The cameras would be identified at locations through the Yale Police Department and our police departments. They would be installed by our vendor in a manner consistent with all of our IT approvals. They would then be shared similar to how we share information between the two police departments. We work very collaboratively through the MOU that was established in the 1980s, and we would continue to do so. So this is exciting. It leverages us to do more with what we already have. These cameras are really quite amazing. I've seen firsthand how the PD is able to utilize them to help solve things more quickly and effectively. And I will defer to these two gentlemen to add more to that.
So Chairman Wiggy, I just want to say that I appreciate the time to listen to this item and the collaboration between the Yale University Police Department. Acting Chief Healy is a retired New Haven police officer, and we believe the partnership is strong and getting stronger as the time goes on. And I just want to express my gratitude to Yale for working with us on this item.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us here today and listening to us last minute, especially for adding and making the amendment. But time was of the essence with this, basically because of the fiscal budget coming to a close. So ultimately, detectives from the intel unit at the New Haven Police Department, can you got me? So the New Haven Police Department worked with detectives from our intelligence unit and ultimately identified a few camera areas that were gaps in footage coverage that we had. So once they approached me, I obviously reached out to our systems to see if we could basically get some money together to collaboratively work on this project, which is an ongoing project that we have with the New Haven Police Department. And then I reached out to Becky, who's always been a great partner, and the chief, obviously, who I've known for a long time. And we think this is obviously a public safety asset that we're going to continue to try to build on and work collaboratively, along with many initiatives that Chief Zanelli and I are working on together.
We know where you are. Any questions from the committee?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Where will these cameras be installed?
So in general, we don't establish the exact locations of the camera, but these particular cameras would be on the outskirts of Yale University campus. So an example location where we already have a camera that is well known would be at the Broadway Triangle, right? High traffic, high benefit to both police departments. And again, these will be locations identified in collaboration between the two departments.
And this will be directly on Yale campus?
Adjacent.
That's all.
Alderman Mendez.
I just want to be clear. So the cameras will be installed around the outskirts of Yale. If we currently have a camera there, will we be taking that camera and moving it somewhere else where you need it?
So the cameras that we're going to be putting up over time, we identified 10 areas so far that New Haven PD and Yale PD agreed that would be where there were no camera coverage. So that would be an area where we had a gap. That's how they're selecting it. Also, the area is going to be, the cameras will go on city property. So it's actually it's not on Yale campus, it's within the city, so beneficial for both PDs. It also will run through the real-time crime center, so the data will be going to New Haven first, and they'll have control of the camera, and we will just have basically access rights to view it, so they can control it as they need. So it really is a good benefit for the people inside that RTCC.
Thank you.
Alderman Holman.
Quick question, I'm sorry. Can you tell me a little about this MOU, and does it need to be amended when you start adding cameras?
No, it covers data sharing between the two departments, so it's consistent. We are looking at updating it since it is quite dated, but this does not drive that need.
Okay, can you just, I'm familiar with the MOU, what is it, just in?
It basically establishes the ability for Yale to have a police department.
As an auxiliary of the New Haven Police Department?
Yes.
So you're considered an auxiliary, okay, to a degree.
Yeah, so our officers actually where
It
they
was a
be.
housing authority police department.
Yeah.
Okay, just trying to understand the relationship. Thank you.
Alderman Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Question. So these cameras, will they be tied into the system that will be detecting speeders, traffic?
The cameras that TT&P comes for you with are different and distinct. Those are different contracts, different technologies, and different systems.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Cost.
No cost. So the only cost to us would be the cell cards. The city benefits from preemption on the Verizon system. So basically we have no throttling of our data. And if there is those, for any of you that have been to a large scale event, sometimes you don't have coverage because we are a public safety municipality. We don't have those restrictions. So we will carry those costs because we have the preemption and the cameras won't go down because of data.
Thank you. Maintenance.
Covered in the contract.
Thank you. Thank you for your collaboration. Please continue. Best practice thinkings with these two departments. And Is there any more questions from committee? I don't have any more questions.
You know what, a little more.
Okay.
Going back to.
All the Doug.
Does Yale have shot spotter on their campus?
It's a great question, Alder. Chief Healy?
So we shared the system and the data, but basically just our dispatchers have right now. I don't know if they have system.
Either yes or no.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Yeah.
So as the partnership grows, Alder Hogan, we have given Yale the opportunity to monitor the system. So if something happens downtown, it could be an officer safety issue or something that impacts Yale University or the campus. So they're able to see what our officers see from their dispatch. That was a result of this partnership that's growing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. At some point, in reference to the cameras placement, when you say they're adjacent of the Yale campus, right, and they're going to be on city buildings, right? Are we talking like downtown area? Are we talking more like Dixwell? Are we talking like when you say adjacent to Yale? Are we talking Munson Street? Are we talking like? Give me the adjacent area that we're talking about.
So the first 10 I know are in the downtown District 4 area. So 1 and 4.
Okay.
And again, we're leveraging locations where PD would want coverage that is mutually beneficial to Yale on the Yale dime. So where there is mutual interest, which is adjacent to campus, we are leveraging outside funds so we can use our funds more in other neighborhoods.
No, I get it. I get the interest. There's no two ways about it. But you know, when people ask questions about the partnership, I want to be able to answer it clear where things are going. So that's why we have the meeting to ask questions, right?
Absolutely.
Right. I see no questions. Any more questions from the committee? Thank you. I want to step back on the shot spotter one time, if I may. New technology with this. Is there any upgrades in this technology?
I think the only upgrade that we're aware of is where cameras would point to the exact location of the gunfire.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an upgrade at an additional cost, but I feel like the cameras that we have in place right now, it wouldn't be necessary given that cost increase.
Okay.
And just for those of you who have not had the opportunity to visit the Real-Time Crime Center yet, I highly encourage you to work with the chief to schedule those visits because it's really amazing what they can do.
Not been invited yet.
Through the chair, Alder Hogan
I'm sorry.
can have his walkthrough, right? You can coordinate with the chief and most definitely have a walkthrough at the Real-Time Center. Right?
Resist that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
I'm serious. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone from the public want to speak to item number 1? That will be the shot spotter. Is there anyone want to speak to item number 2 from the public on the substation? Is there anyone want to speak to, from the public, want to speak to the 30 cameras that Yale is going to support New Haven with? If there's no one want to speak to these items from the public, I would take a motion to close the public portion at this time. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on closing the public portion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extensions? Is anyone will make a motion on item number 1? Can someone make a motion on item number 1? And now the public, I don't have to. The public portion is closed.
Okay.
Do I have a motion on item number 1?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we pass item number 1.
Second.
Discussion. Alder Hogan.
Having worked with the police department in establishing ShotSpotter. At that time, it was New Haven Housing Authority, and seeing that technology has changed and the improvements to technology, both with the ShotSpotter and the cameras and the responsive times of our New Haven Police Department. I am fully in favor of supporting the additional ShotSpotter coverage areas. I would like to throw a shout out to the sergeant who has fastidiously worked on this for a number of years and hung in there and working with ShotSpotter and getting private property owners to allow us to put these ShotSpotter detectors on their property to improve police service throughout our city.
I'd like to thank the sergeant too, and that special word you just used so late in the day. That's really nice of you. Any more discussion on ShotSpotter?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I so too think this is a great idea. The fact that crime is down 30%, that means that we are moving in the right direction. There can always be more improvement with collaboration, which we're all working hard with the New Haven Police Department. I think this is a great idea for us to combat crime and continue to bring it down, so.
Thank you. Alderman Linda.
I'd like to say that just recently in my neighborhood, we experienced ShotSpotter, and the response time, the police department got there before I did, and I live about a block away from where the incident occurred, and I was running. So it's an amazing program, and I believe that anything that saves one life is worth having here in New Haven, not something so great as saving many lives and helping you guys to get to the crime. So maybe perhaps we can stop other crimes from occurring. And again, shout out to the assistant chief. I love it when you save money. Wonderful. That was very diligent and assertive, and again, very thoughtful to go out and be frugal all the time. Thank you.
Alderman Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also support this. Just noticing in Ward 2 in the Dwight neighborhood, crime is really taking us a step backwards. And I think, I hate to say it, but I think the criminals know that they're watching. Great job to the police department. I fully support it. ShotSpotter it's a win-win for us, for the whole city.
Absolutely. I echo all that you said. I'm also in support of this item, and let's continue moving forward with this. Do I have a motion on item number 2? Substation.
It's been moved and seconded. We're on the vote.
We gotta vote on item 1.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Extensions? The ayes have it. Item number 2.
I'd like to make a motion to approve this lease agreement with, I believe, his name is Pat, I can't remember the leaser's name, to continue to use the District 10 police substation at 332 Whaley Avenue.
Second.
Discussion. Any discussion? Alderman Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Whaley substation at Whaley Avenue, which they call, I believe you call it the web.
Yes.
It's an excellent, not only just a police substation, but it's a community center also. I myself had the opportunity of using the space itself for some, hate to say political gatherings, but also some community gatherings, along with the alder from the Edgewood and Dwight and West River. So I think it's a win-win. Thank you.
You sure?
Well, yeah, I'll say something.
Alderman
I am a frequent flyer. In fact, my P card allows me access. Tonight, there's a meeting with Webb. It is used for a variety of community events, including on Sunday, there is a worship service with Reverend Wayne McCrae there. So I am solely in favor of this, as I like the opportunity and to engage not only the community, but also our police officers that there. To speak to crime, I can't speak to that. I have a new district manager. He's getting his feet wet. So I know under the old leadership, I was very well cared for in District 10.
Thank you for that. No, I'm in favor of this as well. I really like the location. I think the substation is in the right location on Whitley Avenue. I think it brings, as all the Douglas said, that big brother effect, right? Like you see that big, see that big sign on 332. I think it's great. I also have used this space in the past to hold different kind of meetings and stuff like that. So, we in a really good space right now in the New Haven Police Department era. So, I just look forward to we just moving this thing in the right direction. So all in favor of this item?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extension? The ayes have it. Can I get a motion on Yale cameras?
I'll make a motion to approve and accept up to the 30 cameras for Yale Public Safety for the expansion of their city's camera network.
Second.
Discussion. All the done.
All eyes the merrier. Makes us, keeps us safer as residents in New Haven, not just Yale, New Haven also.
Alderman Linda?
Also, I'd like to say that it's wonderful to see both departments working together to ensure the safety of all of the residents of the city. The partnership, it's made my night. I think collaborating together, continue to collaborate together, coming here and showing us the fruit of your labor is, an amazing step forward. And I'm hoping that this will be a collaboration for many, many years to come.
Any more discussion?
Not good. I am hopeful that Interim Chief Healy is willing to work with our new police chief, Zanelli, and expanding the technology opportunities between two facilities. And I reach out to the CAO's office to update the MOU in its entirety, just to make sure that we're getting inclusive all the services that we're supposed to receive. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I have a comment. I would like to thank you all for collaborating together, and you are the interim chief, correct? Okay. So I would like, if you haven't already done so, if you can come on the community management teams in New Haven. You could go online, or I'll give you the information, or the other alders could give you the information for you to come, so that way our community members can know who you are, since you are collaborating with our chief. I think that would be a great idea. Thank you.
Thank you. So I echo all that my colleagues said in reference to the collaboration. Public safety is different, right? Public safety is first. And I'm glad to see that, New Haven PD, Young University PD is putting us first around these issues. It's not every day that we have a partnership to do that. So I'm excited about it and all the items that we heard tonight. So I'm truly in favor of this. It'll be good for them to come back at some point and talk about what the cameras have yielded in locations around the public safety itself, right? So look forward to that in the future once everything is up and running and technology is moving. So I would take a motion on the third item.
Mr. Chair, you do not need to, because you're going to need to discharge this item.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So no vote is needed.
That's right. So this is a special night.
It is special.
Okay. All right. So no vote is needed on this. So I can have a motion. The folks' favorite motion is, who want to do?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
And now.
Great meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
All the, maybe not like, we saw. Address the shit, not talk to me.
Oh, sorry.
You can't talk. I know you used to be in, you know, American Idol. all that.
Oh, no,
But-
wait, address the shirt about, like,
Because it's racing, it's
Name
just
check.
not talking.
oh, sorry.
Yeah. Because-
Sorry.
Thanks.
Oh,
yeah. I have 4 MTech.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can say it,
Yeah, let me know if you're gonna send me.
I'm sorry, man.